Hello everybody, welcome to this week's ITL. Well. It's springtime. You see, this is number 2, me sitting up actually right here. I'm actually working to do a lot of repairs to my property, which also means that I'm repairing the area where I originally started shooting the ITL along my fence, which was right beside my birdhouse view. Actually, that's what normally my picture is for it, which means also I gotta update that picture because the icon I use for the ITL is actually during the winter time for the birdhouse view, and I'm gonna go ahead and update that. And for those of you that don't know what that birdhouse view is, actually within a week after me buying this property, and this was back in 2004, the first thing I did was build that birdhouse. I mounted it right where it's sitting right now on my fence, and so it's like it's a prideful thing for me. It was the first thing I built for this property, and it's still standing. But yeah, I got to repair that fence along there and get it back up to shape so I can shoot the ITL. But yeah, being springtime, a lot of us are doing modifications to our motorcycles. Maybe we're just doing basic maintenance. That's basically what I've been doing. I've been basically doing basic, chain maintenance and stuff like that. Nothing big. Oh, I did do my suspension up. And I took out the bike. If you've seen it, well, actually, you won't be seeing the second ride since second morning ride since I did the rear suspension tweaking, I'll call it, because it was just tightening up, doing a preload on the spring. It's riding beautiful. And I really have no complaints, really. But yeah, let's get along with with other, we'll call them motovloggers or whatever you want to call them. They want to call themselves personally. YouTubers, we'll call them, that own KLR 650s. There's a few of them actually out there. Dante Fox is one of them. He's actually done a lot of upgrades, modifications to his motorcycle over the winter time. And he's seen how he reported to me that it's like having a completely different bike because of the way it rides. And I'm like, great, that's fantastic. That's why you do them, He's enjoying it. Now his bike, his KLR 650s, actually, there's a lot been done to it before he got it, and they just didn't go far enough to make it a complete bike. Really should ride like it in my eyes, but I mean, that's an individual choice. It really is. And but with him, he's done a complete suspension update and everything on it. He actually changed his seat also. So I mean, sorry about that. Well, what will just get back to? Oh yeah, we have Ron C. He's actually just did the KLX kit, a needle kit onto it, his carburetor for the KLR 650, and he rejetted his carburetor. He was subjected to peer pressure, he said on his comment. But I mean, it's really an individual thing all the way around in my eyes. Mine is stock. Mine's stock from back in 2009. I have no troubles with it. I'm happy with the way it performs for me, and because it's all a teeter-totter. It really is. It's all teeter-totter, where you take away, you got to give to take away. And sometimes it's all what you're willing to give. I mean, you're going to lose. If you do rejetting, you're going to, you're going to lose some fuel mileage. Is it enough? It's up to you. It's really up to you if it's enough to say, okay, the throttle response is better, a lot better. I have no complaint about my throttle response being bad. I mean, is it the best? Probably not, but it's not bad. But on the other hand, I mean, it's a give and take. It's a give and take. Just like the tighten up, putting upgraded suspension. It doesn't ride as smooth a lot of times. It's not soft. Well, you can make it to soften them up a little bit, but not as soft as say the stock. The stock suspension is soft as it is. So it's just really a give and take. What you're willing to give up to get what you're get the one that's going to give you in the end. It's just really, it's what it is. It's really what it is. The one thing that I can say that it's not really much of a give and take is changing the KLR seat out. The seat has always been a hindrance on the KLR in my eyes. It's the weak point in my eyes as far as the way the goat's set up. The KLR seat is not a comfortable seat. That's why I chose to do a little bit to it to get it to sit and be a little bit softer, and I reupholstered it because it had a little tear in it. But I'm not done with that seat. I'm not really done at all. I've actually got some we'll call it foam. It's kind of a AC insulation, actually, I believe it is. Actually, Moto Map Man from Tennessee actually sent to me a while back. That will be going on that seat pan, and I will be reupholstering it so it'll fit on it, and it's going to be thicker. It's going to be a little bit wider. It should fit me. If it's going to work out, we'll have to see. But it's you could do nothing but really better that unless you just leave the plastic way it is, because those seats are really awful hard. Not feeling that they're one step from being a dirt bike seat, really. And they could really do a lot. You could do a lot more to them to make them feel better, or buy pre-modified kits and have it done, or do it yourself. But what it comes down to is it's your choice. It's an individual thing. Now, if Ron C ends up liking his throttle response, and he notices that, yeah, I really don't. No matter what you do to a carburetor, whenever you rejet, you're going to lose fuel mileage if you go too far one way or too far the other way. It's just a fact of life. And if you rejet a carburetor, by rule of thumb, if you do one on one side, you got to do something on the other side. That's a rule of thumb of you got to change your stock muffler out. Just a little bit of peace of mind there. I mean, I've worked with automotive for many years, and that was a rule of thumb. If you worked with a carburetor, you better work with the exhaust too. You better get to breathe right, because it's got to breathe both ends. It's got to inhale and exhale. So what you're doing is you're letting it inhale better on fuel, but you're not doing anything to let it exhale. So I mean, it's a teeter-totter on that end too. But I figured I'd talk about that. I mean, it is springtime. It is where a lot of us are doing modifications. A lot of us are getting our bikes ready to ride. Unless you've been riding all year long, or you've had it out for a month, it's still, you have that back of your head that you want to get this done, other stuff done too. And I figured, you know what, a little bit of congratulations to everybody that's having to get it done. The goat was pretty much pre-done for me, so I kind of cheated. I did do a few things, basically wiring and lighting and stuff like that. But I mean, for the most part, the goat was modified whenever I got her, and I didn't have to do any more. I'm happy with the way she runs and rides. The one thing that was done after I got it was the front suspension. I did change out to progressive front springs, but that's basically really it. I've been just doing basic maintenance ever since. Like I said, I'm plenty happy with the way she rides, except for the seat. And I'm happy with the power she has. I mean, it's a 650. Yeah, I got to plan my attack whenever I'm going on the interstates and freeways on the ramps, but that's kind of half of the thrill for me. I figured, you know what, I'm older than a lot of guys. I don't need the speed. I don't have that need for speed. All I want, I like the low end grunt, the low end torque. That gets me through the winter time. That gets through me the mud. I mean, I do get into mud every now and then, and it gives me the climbing power, no problem, to climb up large hills. It's got that low end grunt. On top of it, I like the sound of the KLR whenever people call it lugging. It ain't lugging if it can work through it. It's just that low when you have that up a little bit too high of a gear, and it goes da 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 da. It sounds like a tractor going down the road. I kind of get a kick out of that whenever I do that every now and then. It's a cool. It doesn't hurt the bike. It doesn't really hurt the bike. Is it good on fuel mileage? No, but I mean, you don't play very often. That's equivalent to me as the people out there just flying around on a motorcycle as fast as they can. Well, except one is a little bit safer than the other. But yeah, this is MuzzleMike, hoping you all have a great week. Signing out.